Can you describe, Ms. Browning, how were you notified about what happened on February 25th of 2023?
I was asleep and they had a bunch of missed calls, and then I figured out that she was on the way to the hospital or at the hospital, and I just jumped out of bed and drove to Nashville.
And when you got to the hospital, can you describe who was there and what was going on?
Yeah, I believe I was met by a social worker when I first got there. I can't really remember other than they brought me into a room and Najee and Blaise were both in there. But the social worker helped me outside of the room for a few minutes just to tell me that things were heated.
That things were
intense, kind of, yeah.
And did you know what he was referring to?
No.
Did you, I guess, what happened next after he kind of told you things were tense and heated?
He left us all in the room together, and I was just trying to get some information out of both of them, and it was a lot at one time to take in. So I ended up asking, just to speak to Najee, because I knew that was Jade's best friend.
Do you remember anything that Blaise Taylor said?
Not specifically. He didn't say much.
Can you describe his demeanor?
Quiet.
Did you see him cry at any point?
No.
And kind of same questions about Najee. Can you describe her demeanor?
Yeah, she was really worried. She was a little frantic, and we were both panicking at that point. But I was just trying to, talk to her and kind of ease her a little bit as best as I could, and also as well as just hear her version of what had happened.
And had you met Najee and Jackson before?
I knew that she was Jade's best friend, but we had tried to link up, and we didn't link up at that point. I think I might have when they were really little, but not since she had been living in Nashville. I hadn't seen her. We missed each other on a couple of dates, but yeah.
But you were aware of who she was?
For sure.
And her relationship with Jade?
Absolutely.
And did she tell you everything that she knew about what had happened that night?
Yes.
And did she specifically tell you about things she heard Jade say?
Yes.
And were you there? Was she telling other people at the hospital as well?
No, it was just me and her at that point.
Do you remember specifically everything that she said?
I don't.
Do you remember generally?
I do remember that she was saying that she was talking like.
You care to be heard on the objection. I'll sustain the objection.
Thank you, Your Honor. She did tell you specific statements. Is that right?
Yeah.
And after she told you that, can you describe what happened next?
I was upset and I was worried too, but I was mostly just wanting to, at this point, see Jade. I don't really remember all of the interaction and the contact, but Najee and I weren't together for too very long before I was allowed to go back and to where Jade was so I didn't get to have any thorough conversations really with Najee, but I do remember her saying that.
And I'm not asking you specifically what she said.
Okay.
But she did tell you.
Yeah.
Can you describe when they took you back to see Jade?
It was the worst thing I've ever seen. I don't know how to to describe it. She had tubes in her mouth. She was shaking. The nurse just seemed very worried, or like they were trying to kind of comfort me, but Jade just, it wasn't Jade, you know.
Did they let you stay in the room for very long?
Yeah, it seemed like it. I don't know how long it was, but they were going to be moving her, so I was with her as long as I could be before they moved her.
And you said that she was shaking. Can you kind of describe that? Was she conscious?
No.
Did the shaking, did it appear to be involuntary?
Yes.
And can you describe that night, did other people show up at the hospital?
Yeah, some of the people that she worked with showed up. People that she was friends with that were worried about her as well.
Do you remember their names specifically?
Yeah, Lauren and a girl that I forgot her name, but her nickname, she has a nickname that I can remember, but I don't remember her real. Natalie, I think, is her real name.
And at any point, did you ask them to do anything related to Jade in her apartment?
No, did I ask? We were just concerned about it being unsecured. I don't recall asking them to do anything specifically. We were trying to find out what we should do because she needed her identification. I believe there was a candle burning in the apartment. We were worried about Jade's belongings and her having access to the things that she needed.
And at some point, did Natalie and Lauren leave the hospital and then come back?
Yes. Or I don't know if they came back or not. I don't remember all that.
Okay. Did you ever receive anything of Jade's?
Me personally, no.
And did you have any other?
If I did, I don't recall. So it's been a while, and it was a high stress, and I don't really remember all the details of that.
Absolutely. Did you see Blaise Taylor again from that first interaction when he was in the room with Nigeria?
No, I saw him in the hall briefly, but that was it.
Did he say anything to you?
No.
And at that point, can you describe his demeanor? How was he acting?
He's just pacing a little bit. He was on the phone. That's all I can remember.
And in those days that followed from February 25th until March 6th, did you spend a lot of time at Vanderbilt Hospital?
Yes.
And can you describe who else was at the hospital during those days?
Yeah, both all of her parents and friends. A lot of friends, and that she wasn't able to have visitors, so like the people that could just go in the room were close family and close friends.
Did you ever see Blaise Taylor again?
No.
And since that night of February 25th, those days when Jade was in the hospital, did you see Nigeria Jackson?
Yes.
And can you describe how much was she there?
Constantly.
And have you continued to interact with Nigeria Jackson from that day of March 6th, 2023?
Yeah.
And can you describe what happened on March 6th?
Well, we had brought her some cupcakes and some balloons and some flowers, and because that's her birthday.